Early skill is employability tech platform.
My viewpoint is very straightforward.
Is there any difference or they have to go with the same kind of curriculum?
We always start from the basics and then move on to the advanced levels in each and every aspect of this subject.
Hello friends, my name is Arvind Kumar and I'm founder of Early Skills. Today I am at IMT Ghaziabad Center for Distance Learning Center. I have with me Dr. Sumeet Singh. He is an area chair for operations and supply chain. Sir, I would request you to kindly introduce yourself to our audience.
Well, I'm Professor Sumeet Singh Jasial and I'm working as area chair in operations area at IMT Center for Distance Learning Ghaziabad.
So sir, Early Skill is employability tech platform which helping student with industry specific skills to help them start their career. And e-commerce and supply chain is one of the biggest category we have, where we have a multiple big employer partners in this domain, particularly like Blinkit, Amazon, Home Logistic. We have been working very closely with Ecom Express. These all are the big employer in the space where you are also very operational and active, right? So sir, if you can just highlight what is the importance of this sector. This sector has got in last few years, how the career option has come up considering the entire the operations and supply chain has gone through an evolution.
You're very right. And if you ask me, my viewpoint is very straightforward, that operations is core of any organization. And when you talk about the supply chain management, it is the umbrella.
Right.
It is such an umbrella which actually captures or includes all other domains, be it marketing, be it designing of the things, be it the operational activities, be it handling the suppliers, and ultimately reaching to the customers.
Right.
So there are some flows which takes place in supply chain: flow of products, flow of funds, and then flow of information. Now, how to manage them?
Right.
We at IMTCDL, we keep our focus on these type of things such that all the students, they get those initial skills which can provide them employability.
Yeah.
You see, when you're talking from supplier to the customers, there are a lot of operational activities which are part of supply chain management.
Right.
Now, if I have to tell about those, it includes like your inventory management, transportation management, logistics management, and so many other activities which are part of managing the supply chain effectively. And ultimately, it is the effectiveness and efficiency that is expected in every organization, and we teach concepts related to those at IMTCDL in the operations area. Besides supply chain, if I may highlight,
right,
there is another area that is project management. And it is such an appealing and demanding area.
Right.
And it has a lot of opportunities for the students wherein the employment can be given and generated for the students. So this area, it is very effective, and we take care of this also, wherein we talk about a lot of things like scheduling of the projects, planning of the project, controlling of all the scheduled activity, budgeting, resourcing, all these things we cover.
Right. So sir, when it's come to upskilling on operations and supply chain, you have a two different set of students. One who are just completed their graduation and looking to enroll in IMT Ghaziabad Center for Distance Learning, and one set of student is already working. There will be a possibility that they might be from the same department. They might be working in operations and supply chain department of a company. So their training versus a student who is just pass out the college and fresh, is there any difference or they have to go with the same kind of curriculum?
See, although we take care of those who are freshers,
okay,
because we can't ignore the basics.
Yes.
And basics are to be covered, and it might happen those who are having some work ex,
right,
they are also not aware of some of the basics.
Right.
So we always start from the basics and slowly we take the pace and then move on to the advanced levels in each and every aspect of this subject. Now, be it the freshers, that is PGDM 2-year program, or the executive. So from base to the advanced level, that is what we ensure in our programs.
Okay. And sir, operational management or supply chain management, is it completely uniform across all sector, or it has some changes, or it's vary sector to sector? Is there any difference in managing the operational work or supply chain, let's say in a healthcare sector versus hospitality sector, or versus probably e-commerce sector? Is anything changes when compare one sector to another sector?
See, yes, definitely changes comes. And when you talk about operational things, one is the manufacturing sector and another is the service sector. Okay. So when we're teaching the students who are interested to go in the service area, so we have service operations management, and things they are taught in context to services in that particular area. But when we are talking about those who are interested in the manufacturing sector, then we have to take a pace which is little different. Okay. So yes, you were talking about the supply chain, and yes, supply chain it differs from area to area, but only 20%.
Got it.
80% is the similarity. Okay. So concepts usually are same. Now where it differs, who will be the vendors, how they are to be handled. Like when you're talking about pharmaceutical sector, of course things are different. Right. Products are different. When we're talking about FMCG sector, the products are different and vendors are different. So how where the change will come, it will come as per the nature of the product. Otherwise, 80% similarity is.
Okay, sir, last one question. So, when it's come to managing operationally, managing the business operationally and managing the supply chain, we know that if there is a product which has been manufactured in a particular factory or a particular company, so right from the manufacturing, it's moved one place to another place. As a common people, we know that there is a warehouse or there is a dark store or delivery center. So what is this chain? If you can quickly give us some idea that how the entire supply chain move from one place to another, and finally how it's reached to the end consumer.
That's a very good question. I tell you, if there is a customer is usually not aware how that product has been manufactured or made. If I take a simple example, let's say washing powder.
Yes.
Detergent powder. Okay. The customer who is going to a retail outlet to purchase that detergent powder, he is not aware that a timber industry was also involved in its manufacturing. Okay.
That's surprising, sir.
Right.
I tell you. For me also.
See, when there is a company, we usually understand that there are suppliers who are supplying the things, but we don't understand for these suppliers there may be a second tier suppliers, then there may be third tier suppliers for the second tier suppliers. Okay. So things they originate from the nature itself. Right. Where farmers might be contributing as a raw material providing.
In detergent manufacturing.
Yes, timber industry is part of it.
Right.
So once the suppliers, all the tier suppliers, they are passing the raw material to the manufacturer, then manufacturer makes the product.
Okay.
Where starting from the design to the quality assurance of the product. These are operational activities take place, and after the quality checks, the product will move from that particular manufacturing station to the warehouses, to the distributors, then from there to the retailers, and ultimately to the customers. And there is a long chain. But the end customer doesn't know how that thing has been manufactured. So a lot of player, and when we talk about profitability, now this profit which will come from the customer, right? He has to pay for the product.
Absolutely.
So the profit has to be shared by all these players in the timber industry.
Right.
So it's not the manufacturer alone. We need to understand this, and this is what where we emphasize also, that all the players, they are to be taken along by the company,
right,
so as to win the market.
Right. So, sir, operations and supply chain may not be looking very, very industry by just, hearing it. But yes, anyone who is into this space know that it's a very dynamic and indeed a very interesting industry. So sir, thank you so much for taking out time and helping us to understand this industry better. I really appreciate your time, and if there is any further questions comes up from the student, we'll keep getting back to you guys to get those answers.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure is
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.